Hey guys, Matt here, gunreviews.biz, bringing you another gun review. Yesterday we brought you a review of the FN57 handgun, and I thought it only appropriate to follow that up with a review of the PS90. The PS90 is the semi-automatic only version of the P90, which is a fully automatic version of this same rifle you see here. The P90 comes with a short barrel. This one comes standard with a 16-inch barrel to make it legal in most states. Let me just give you a view really quick of both of those guns side by side. Oh, I know there's a bunch of you who are not even going to hear anything I say from this point on, because that is one sexy, sexy view. Two beautiful, beautiful firearms. Alright, focus guys, we're doing a gun review here. Alright. PS90, what you see here is actually the Urban ERT Sling single point harness. You see this little clippy here, that's for single point connector. I don't have that out, I'm not going to show that, not reviewing that today. But the PS90, the cartridge this shoots is the 5.7 by 28 millimeter cartridge. I'll give you a little look there, that's what that is. And let's do a little comparison here. Here's a 223 or a 5.56 cartridge, just to give you a general idea of the size differences and what we're looking at here. In the 5.7 video I also showed a 17 HMR and a 9mm, so you can go back and look at that, just kind of compare the size of those two. The 5.7 cartridge was back in the 80s, NATO commissioned them to come up with a cartridge that would defeat light body armor, and that's what that was for. With the proper bullet in there, it will go through Kevlar, which is not available for civilian purchase. Alright, we talked a lot about how FN likes ambidextrous designs in the 5.7 handgun video, and this is an excellent example of a fully ambidextrous rifle. Let's start off here at the charging handle. You'll notice the charging handle is on both sides of the gun, so whether you are a righty or a lefty, you can get to that charging handle from either side. The safety is shaped like a little disc down under here inside the trigger guard, and it's actuated just with your forefinger there. That's on fire, back on safe, and lefty, no bang, and bang bang. Alright, as far as the casings are concerned, as you know, with most standard semi-automatic rifles, for a lefty, what happens is the ejection port's generally on the side, like on an AR-15 or whatever. That ejection port's on the right-hand side of the gun, so as they shoot left-handed, boom, they're getting casings in the face. How FN got around that was by putting the ejection port on the bottom of the gun. So if you look down there, whether you're a right-handed or left-handed shooter, the casings are coming out of the bottom of the gun so that they don't smack you. Also, while we're talking about the ejection port, there's inside the ejection port there's a little dust cover right there that FN has placed in there. So as if, you know, when you're walking around or hiking or whatever, you don't want grime to get in your gun, you can just close that up to help keep some of the dust out of it. As I pull the charging handle, hello, there you go, it just pops open. Alright, so let's talk about the magazine and the magazine capacity on this. We talked about the 5.7 handgun, and one of the awesome things about it is magazine capacity. The standard magazine, 20 rounds. Communist states, 10 rounds. The magazine capacity on the PS90 standard magazine, 50 rounds. 50 cartridges inside there. And of course, in the communist states, they'll block that down to 10. So for those of you poor suckers in California, I'm sorry. And that's as far as I'll go into the stupidity of California's laws. I'm not in the mood to talk about it today. Alright, one thing you might notice about that magazine is, hey, look at that. The cartridges are perpendicular to the barrel. So what happens there is there's a little ramp system here at the top of the magazine, or the bottom, depending on how you're holding it, where these cartridges take a little 90-degree spin as they get lined up with volt. And let me show you how those load. I'm going to use an empty magazine because we're in the house here. I don't want to load it up right now. What you do is you take your full magazine, you would put it right there, slide it along the top, fits right in between the posts on the receiver, and then just give it a good pop down. There you go. Now, to remove the magazine, there is a release lever located on both sides of the gun, so whether you're right or you're lefty, you can actuate it, and just use whichever finger is handy to grab it and pull the magazine out of the top and slide it out the back, and there you go, you're done. One of the things I love about this gun is how compact it is. As you can see, I'm not a really huge guy, but as I stand here and you look at this rifle, I should have worn a lighter shirt. The width of the gun, if it had the short barrel on it, is no wider than my shoulders. In fact, a little more narrow than just shoulder width apart. And the good thing about that is, like when you hear that crash in the night, and after you've called the police, of course, as you're sneaking around your house trying to figure out what that crash was, you're not going to give away your position, because you can see this rifle, as I bring it up, doesn't stick out much further than that left hand. So it's a very, very compact rifle. The sight options, when you order this or you're looking at the gun store, it comes with 3 different options. What you see here is a black reticle ghost sight that comes with. My gun actually came with a white ghost reticle sight. But what I found is that inside the house, when drawing on with a white background, it completely washed out. And I talked to the guys at FN, and they were very gracious in allowing me to send that back in and swap it out for a black ghost reticle sight, because the white one was the one that was washing out. And by the way, while we're talking about that, the FN customer service, stellar, awesome. They could not have been better, so A+ on that. The other 2 options for this is a triple rail system that comes with no sight, but just a triple rail, one on each side and one on the top. This has the screw hole so you can add a rail on either side. And now they offer like a red dot reflex sight that it'll come with, which is pretty cool. So that's another option that wasn't out at the time I purchased this. Alright, so we talked about the ergonomics of it, fully ambidextrous. We talked about the different versions there are. Short barrel for the P90 and this, the PS90, the semi-automatic only version, has the longer barrel. Different sighting options. Awesome gun to shoot. Now let's talk about why I love this gun. I've mentioned on my personal channel many times that this is my favorite gun to shoot, and there's a good reason for that, and it's shootability. What I'm talking about specifically with shootability, not only is its compact and comfortable design for shooting, but also the fact that this gun kicks like a .22. Almost no kick whatsoever. Now why is that awesome? It's follow-up shots. When you're on target and you drop off a shot, that first round, if it misses or if you want to put another round on target, you're right there. This gun does not move a lot when you shoot it, so you're able to deliver quick, rapid follow-up shots on target or multiple targets in a row much quicker than I can with just about any other rifle. And you know, I'll say the same for the 5.7 handgun. I can shoot this better than any other handgun and more accurately than any other handgun, and part of the reason, or the major reason, is that it is very light kicking. The recoil is very, 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 very light. So very easy to shoot these guns. And also, you know, it helps you got a long barrel and a bigger gun as far as the 5.7 handgun is concerned. Typically, the smaller the handgun, you go a little trickier they are to shoot and shoot accurately. Alright guys, there you go. The FN, 2 of FN's finest products, and they're all fine products if you ask me. The PS90 assault rifle, or sporting rifle as some people like to call them these days, and the FN 5.7 handgun. Let's just look at those again. That is so sexy. Oh my gosh. It took a long time for me to find an olive drab 5.7, by the way. That was a hard find, and I've had guys tell me they had a hard time finding it too. Anyway guys, appreciate you watching. Gunreviews.biz. Check out the website and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I promise we'll get some shooting videos out. We're going to shoot the 5.7 handgun. We'll shoot the PS90 and let you see a little bit of shooting with that. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good day.